and they were currently not playing. I know they were talking about there we go. Now I can hear it. Okay, there is sound coming through it. They were talking about uh, reincarnation, and I was like, wow. Like I think about that a lot, and I've always believed in it, but I've been like the only one like because of the because I was born into a Christian based or I'm gonna say I was born into an Abrahamic based religion and raised in it. Like no one around me ever believed in it. Um, and I was always like mocked or ridiculed, uh, cut out from circles once people found out that I believed in it. And I never really had anyone to like talk to about reincarnation or what I believed for reincarnation. And it's like I listened to the podcast and it was like, holy shit! Like everything that I've thought about reincarnation, like it was a Pagan Coffee Talk podcast, and they have like an actual coven. Um, but anyway, like the what the high priest was saying, like is like a lot how I feel about reincarnation, and he was like talking about like a point in it that was like um, I forget the term that he used for it, but it's basically like because I also believe in evolution rather than uh, a supernatural being coming and spawning something there and it was created that way. I believe that things evolved over time, and he mentioned something about reincarnation that like as a soul evolves over time, um, so does the vessel that the soul uses. And I don't know if I've ever thought about it that way. Like I've never like I forget the, like I said, I forget the actual term that he used. There's a term for it. Um, but it was I don't know. I found it like interesting, and I never heard that before. That as a soul evolves over time, as a soul, um, is uh, born, vessel dies, reincarnation happens. When that soul comes back through reincarnation, like because it knows more, it evolves over time, and also the vessel that it uses evolves as well. And I don't know, I found that like an interesting point because I never thought about it. Like I always think about re reincarnation a lot, and I'm trying to get out of the habit of thinking about reincarnation through like a guilt thing because because when you're like born in Christianity, a lot of things that you think about for your life is based around guilt because they want you to feel guilty for the things that you do because they believe in the sin of man. Um, and if you like take that guilt into with you once you decide that you want to go to another religion, I feel like that it really affects how you view things for that other religion because you're dragging that guilt that they place, that they embed in your mind through their teachings with you. And I found that like affecting me, not because I feel guilty over like the things that I've done, but because from birth you're always around a doctrine that says you should feel guilty for being alive, basically. So, um, based on that, and like they got into some like things where it started talking about like karma. Like some people believe that karma affects how you're reincarnated as. So if you lived a uh, or if you were a bad person in life and you committed crimes, or you murdered people, or you didn't respect the gods or goddesses or whatever authority is over you in whatever religion you believe in, then that could affect how you're reincarnated. And um, like being a human is considered to be the highest form of reincarnation in the physical realm, because of what humans can do versus the animal kingdom. So if you go and you do something bad, then you can be downgraded to and to part of the animal kingdom, and you gotta spend however long fixing that so you can go back to being part of of humankind. Um, and I've heard it explained that way, and it was always really weird to me, and I never understood it. But I think that that teaching is based off of the Christian guilt doctrine, that you should always, of course, you shouldn't go around being a fucking asshole to people, and messing with people and fucking their life up and messing around inside of their life, because if you do, then it's gonna, you know, of course, you're responsible for everything that you do, and I'm thankful that I learned that from the pagan teaching, that you're responsible for everything that happens to you, and you're especially your actions. You are always responsible for your actions in your life, but um, also it's something that the high priest said, where it was like, um, if you if you choose to ignore things, and you choose to go back and um, basically do what you know you shouldn't do anyway, um, does it make it and so you, whatever you come back into the world as, like you're still like he didn't say this, but this is like something I was thinking about after he like explained it. But it was like, if you do something and you come back, does it does it are you degraded as like a human? Are you forced to stick or to be like the same sex as you were before for what you did in like the past life? Or um, it's just different little like details in how reincarnation actually works, and like the memories that you have, because that's something else too. Like sometimes I can't say when it was, because I don't remember when it was, but I do remember having that experience where the people that I may have been in a past life, like I just remember it from having dreams, like really fucking vivid dreams. I don't remember much of what I did. I don't remember much of what was going on, but it's something that's like always stuck with me, because like sometimes I'll have dreams about people, and then I'll meet those people later on in life. It might be a year, it might be 5 years, but I'll meet those people later on in life in some form, in some way. Um, and other times I'll just be dreaming, and it's like it's so vivid. It is so vivid, and it seems so real, but it also exists in a time that's not today. That's not like as of today's time. And by today's time, I mean it's not like that in like the past like 50 years of like a of span of time. I'm just gonna say that I'm 32, so 50 years span of time is like I wasn't even born at the beginning of that. So I'm 32. I'm just gonna say like 50 years span of time. Like you can kind of tell from like movies or reading about history how the world was at a certain point in time. But you have such vivid. I would have such vivid dreams that I was actually this person, and that's something else that they brought up in the podcast. Was like you can't hold on to it, and you don't know what went on. You don't know like who you were, um, what kind of life you lived, what you don't even know like what your name was because you can't like access those memories. But it's just funny how they just like come up in dreams. I feel like, and I believe that they come up in dreams for me, and they're so vivid and they're so real that it's like I don't know what to do about it. I don't know if I should forget them, if I should hold on to them, if it's like trying to tell me that I need to do something uh, in my life or in my current life now. And I've never had the opportunity to like talk to other people that believe in reincarnation like that because I was always around people of the Abrahamic faith. Um, and I don't know. I'm just really happy that I decided to like pursue this. And even though like I'm not physically around the people that believe this, I can still hear their ideas and hear what they think um, about the subject, and being able to like hear that from an actual high priest of a coven, it just kind of makes you feel a little bit better that everything that you believed in your life, like you're not crazy for believing it because no one else around you believed it for so long. But yeah, I guess that's the beauty of the modern age and being able to have podcasts. So anyway, I'm done with that now. Let me change the title. I was going for like for